What's up, people? It's your man BlackCobra and me again. And today we got the Gotway Begode EX. It just arrived. And today we're gonna open this bad boy up, go over the proper setup, and then give you my first impressions of the Gotway Begode EX. Let's go. All right, let's move this in. Oh, this bad boy is not light. We're gonna move this over. So first and foremost, I wanna say thank you to Yuco, Rose at Yuco. We've been communicating back and forth. I appreciate you. And I thank you for sending this wheel out my way so that I could set it up and test it out and give some of my feedback on the wheel. And you guys will remember initially I gave my feedback when I went to New York and met with Sean and rode the EX, but that was a pre-production model. So now that the production model is out, I'm gonna set it up and put some time in on it, ride it a little bit, and really let you know how I feel and give it my big guy review. Let's go. Now, as I said, Yuco sent this wheel out to me. This is not a new wheel. It's not a brand new wheel. However, they did package it up as if it were new. So if you are buying a wheel from Yuco, this is what you can expect when you receive your wheel. Right. Yes, yes. The infamous box within a box. So, first of all, they give you a nice welcome letter. Yuco, welcome to the future. Gotway shipping mode. They give you instructions. Now, those of you who have received wheels before, sometimes you get a good instruction booklet and sometimes you don't. The good thing is that they have typed up and printed up some instructions here just so you know specifically when you get the wheel. If it's in shipping mode, they tell you exactly how to take it out so you don't have to search the internet and find the information for yourself. They send you some of their Yuco business cards here. And of course, a couple stickers as well, so that if you're happy with what you get from them, you can pass it on to others. First thing you see is the infamous Gotway, now Begode or Begode, their infamous pads. These are undoubtedly the thinnest pads I have ever seen on any of these. And I definitely will not be using these. And here is the infamous pump. We are gonna put this together and then we're gonna pump up this wheel, at least the suspension to the wheel. All the pieces and parts. Okay, then we also got the charger in a separate box here. Oh yeah, there we go. Some Begode, and it even still has the little symbol, the Gotway. Then it has Begode, has their line of succession as far as their wheels are concerned. And let's see, is it in English? Yes, this one is in English. What I like is they actually have not just this wheel, but it really does go into the specs on all of their wheels. I don't know if it goes all the way up to, let's see. Yes, it does. Goes all the way up to the Monster Pro. So a nice user's manual. I will definitely be keeping that handy. And the handle for the pump is last thing wedged in here. That's the last piece of the pump. And here's the wheel. Ooh. Oh, lovely. Package for me. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll look at that in a minute. Now, normally, what do we do when we grab these wheels? Normally we grab them and we yank them out, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I am gonna do something that probably makes a lot more sense. Put it on its side so that I can get it out. Oh yeah, much easier to get the wheel out that way than the way we usually yank it. Oh, there we go. These are better. They've included some thicker pads for it. Now these are definitely better than the flat ones that came with it, but even these aren't quite up to the thickness that I'm gonna need to torque this wheel. And here we have it, the EX from Gotway, or Begode, or Begode, however you want to say it. I'm gonna check it to see if it still is in transport mode. Yes, it is. So we'll hold the lift handle and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll shut it off. Turn it back on. When you're taking it out of transport mode and you're hitting the button, as soon as you turn it on, you have to hold the lift switch and hit it 5 times. Then release the lift switch and then turn it off. If you let it go past those initial beeps when it turns on and then you try to do it, it will not disengage. So you have to, as soon as you turn it on, hold the lift switch, hit the button 5 times, let it go of the lift switch, and then turn it off, turn it back on, then it'll balance. All right, so now we're gonna put the pump together, and then we're gonna pump the suspension on the Gotway Begode EX. The pump, we have the handle, we have the feet or foot, we have the main shaft of the pump. Now this portion of it, this screw is already into here. This has already been tightened on there. We have the remainder. The one thing that everybody has been upset about when it comes to this pump, of course, is the fact that this part is at the bottom. So even when you're pumping, you still have to stop and pick up the pump to try and see it. It's not one of the best designs, but seeing as it works in megapascals and instead of PSI, I haven't actually seen a pump yet that worked in megapascals instead of PSI, so I'm not sure how many options there are. But this is what we have, and this is what we're gonna work with. All right. Use the smaller screws for the bottom, or hex head. And then we'll put the handle on the top. It does come with the correct size Allen key, by the way, just in case you don't have a wrench like I do and you don't want to use something else. Yeah. So this pops into the end of here, and that goes into the air chamber. This nut here goes on the end of here. And one of the things to remember is that's the release valve. So if you tighten that, do what you need to do to pump, then release this first, then it'll release the pressure so you don't lose as much air when you're trying to take that off. Make sure that's nice and tight so we don't lose any air through there. There's a little lubricant that comes along with it. Put the lubricant on there before you put it together. You make sure that there's no residual air in the chamber. Then you go ahead and add on the extension rod piece that came with the pump. Then you're gonna pull back the collar on the pump itself, secure it onto that rod, make sure it's nice and tight, push up, and then you can pump it up. You can look on the side and see where you are when it comes to the megapascal rating. We are at 7. I want to go higher because I weigh more. All right, so there you go. Once you are done pumping up the air, you want to make sure that you release the valve here, which releases the air that's in the pump. So when you pull it and release it from here, you won't have any residual air leaking out of the chamber. Then you're going to remove the pin from here and do the same thing on the other side of the wheel. And that's all you have to do to inflate the air suspension on the Gotway Begode EX. As I stated before, EUCO sent me this wheel. Thanks again to EUCO. The Welcome to the Future document that they send with the wheel, the instructions that they send, the stickers, the cards, these are all things that you can expect. The document gives you the registration, the ability to register the wheel, that tells you about checking the tires, the safety, the technical support that you can get with the wheel, learning to ride, potential dangers, and battery care. These are all things that EUCO sends out when you get a wheel from them. They stand behind their wheels. As you know, EUCO is the Electric Unicycle collective. Multiple riders that come together to form this company and this collective to make sure that we get what we need when it comes to PEVs, specifically electric unicycles. So also in the bag, they sent me some cards to spread around the good word about EUCO, and they sent me a nice shirt. Since I'm now working with EUCO, you can do me a favor and go ahead and hit that affiliate link in the description below the video. As always, if you like anything that I put out, please go ahead and hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell so that you can be notified when I make new ones. Please make sure you guys gear up out there, and remember, ride hard and keep it wheel. Peace. Another thing that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned is that I personally do not feel that you can operate the EX. I don't feel you can operate this wheel safely without some sort of pads, power pads on the side of this wheel, simply because of the weight of this wheel and the amount of torque that it has, the weight, the size. It's just a lot to hold back and a lot to force to accelerate without some sort of pads on it. And you can see here I have the Clark pads on this side, and then on the other side I have the side pads. That's one version of the side pads. And then the side pads also come like this, just the top without the jump nub. And then you can put the jump nub on separately if you want. I just feel that there is no way to operate this wheel, like I said, safely. Some people may disagree with me, but that's just how I feel. So I figure I'd throw that in to make sure that you're prepared when you're ready to get your brand new EX, if that's something that you're looking to do in the future. And again, as always, links to the side pads, the Clark pads, to EUCO, all the affiliate links are down below if you'd like to help my channel out. And as well, you could go to patreon.com/ThaBlackCobra if you'd like to be a supporter. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Oh yeah, there it goes. Woo! As a side note, the weather truly has not been cooperating, so I haven't had a lot of time to ride. I will finish my first impressions on the production model of this EX wheel. The video will be ready soon. Come back and check it out.